cool job today. Hello, Paul there. Obviously, once upon a time, Macron was the golden boy. He was a breath of fresh air, but not so much now. He's having to fight to stay on, isn't he?
Yeah, morning, Anne. Morning, Stephen. Yeah, that's absolutely right. He was the golden boy. He was talking about revolution in 2017. He only founded his party on March the year before, so he was kind of the anti-establishment figure. That was only his first election. So it's only his second election that he's ever appeared in. He was a political novice, a new boy, borrowing economic policy from the right, liberal on the left. So that kind of appeal to... There was a big appeal to voters because he didn't come from the two traditional parties that have dominated French politics, the Socialists and the Republicans. So he has really shaken up the political scene in France. But now, of course, we've had 5 years of Macron. He can't claim to be the outsider. He can't claim to be the new boy. And that is why his strong message is, firstly, I'm not Marine Le Pen. Secondly, continuity, stability, stay with me. You know, I haven't got everything right, but I will listen to you and I will do the best I can over the next 5 years. Not an inspiring message, but he's preying on French fears about a lack of security if they vote for Le Pen. He's called Marine Le Pen racist, divisive. She would say, I'm not. He would say, well, you want to ban the hijab for Muslim women in public. You want to prioritise jobs and welfare and housing for French nationals, and effectively, although you're not calling for France to leave the European Union, you want to rule France in a way that would put it in direct conflict with the European Union, trying to increase France's sovereignty, taking control of borders and making French law more important than EU law, which simply can't happen within the EU's framework. So effectively, you are talking about Brexit. But she would say, no, 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 no. The way she put it on her last day of campaigning yesterday was that the choice is now between Macron and France. I am France, I am French, I want France to be for French people. She's effectively advocating a policy of France first, which sounds familiar. It is familiar. It's that America first policy that Donald Trump talked about in 2016. So she's very much talking about her being the representative of France that listens to the people. I'm not like the rich president who cut the wealth tax for the rich here in France. I'm more of a woman of the people. But at the moment, the polls show that Macron has a lead of 10 points. He will probably win tomorrow night. We can't say for definite. It is possible that Marine Le Pen will win, but behind us, that is where Macron will be scheduled to hold his rally. Not quite the victory rally of 5 years ago, where we talked about revolution and we had fireworks and there was celebration and supporters on the streets. This will be a much quieter affair if he does win. One of, okay, we won, you didn't opt for Marine Le Pen, so stick with me, continuity, let's try and continue the work for the next 5 years. It will also be really interesting to see if Marine Le Pen continues her political career. This is her third shot at the presidency. Will she carry on? She's only 53 years old, still relatively young in politics. Potentially she may go for a fourth shot at the presidency in another 5 years' time, when of course she wouldn't be against Emmanuel Macron, who will only serve a two-term limit in France, and then it'll be Marine Le Pen against someone new.